You went to Oakland, the Oakland Zen Temple,
Yes,
right?
last Sunday, just to attend the 30th anniversary of Kojin Zendo in Oakland.
Wow. How was it?
Mhm. Yeah, it's good, but not so big ceremony. But there was the Dharma combat ceremony and just the 30th anniversary celebratory ceremony there. Mhm.
What
About 70 people attended service. Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty good. Wait,
Mhm.
there's a Dharma combat, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
I'm somewhat familiar, but how does it work?
Yeah, the there is the Shuso. It's called Shuso, who is the leader of the special practice sessions. And then the monk will lead the ceremony as the and then he will show his like his potential to the other priests in the ceremony. So the many other priests or the others will ask questions to the Shuso, who is a leader, and then the Shuso answers the questions, and then like the the all priests in Japan have to do that once in the priest life.
Mm.
Yeah, I have done before also. Yeah.
As a Shuso?
Yes.
Whoa.
Mhm.
How was it were you nervous or was it what
Yes.
okay.
That there is a difference with in the US and in Japan. That in Japan, the all priests memorize the question and answers
Mm.
because the shuso is the kind of too young to answer all questions. But in the US, the shuso is the shuso is already practiced and studied much about Zen or Buddhism, and then they have many experiences as the monk in the Zen centers or in the temple, so they can answer.
Wow.
But in Japan, they are too young to answer. So
Uh, well, that's good that there is. It sounds like the Dharma combat that you saw on Sunday, the person was ready. They could answer
mhm,
all the questions.
yeah,
Yeah. Did you ask a question?
no.
Oh,
But I sent celebratory words for him
oh, okay.
at the end of the service.
Yeah.
It's one of the uh, session of the ceremony.
Mm-mm.
The guest priest will say something for Shuso as the celebratory words. So that's what I did.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you
Mhm.
were a part of the celebration, but you didn't
Yeah,
combat. You didn't do combat. Okay.
yeah.
And
I was just watching
yeah,
to
right.
to answer.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Very good. Yeah, that was right. And is Kojian, right? Koji,
Yes,
uh,
Kojian.
is that a part of the same lineage that came over with that started places like Sokoji and other ones, or is that a different branch entirely?
Uh, Actually, the abbot of the Kojian is the his name is the Reverend Gengo Akiba, who is the director of the Soto Zen North America office.
Mm.
Yeah, so he's the boss of us. So yeah, the his temple is not connected with our the head temples in Japan, but the Kojinya is one of the very important the temple in the North America. And I visit the no actually he invited me to come to the U.S. and San Francisco.
Oh,
Sokoji. Yes.
wow. Was the head priest already at Gojinan, or was he at Sokoji before, and then you came in to
Yeah,
Sokoji?
yeah. He took care of Sokoji, of
Mm-mm.
course, but he was in the Kojian already,
Mm-mm.
and then so he knew the uh, former priest of Sokoji had to go to Japan because his father's temple was destroyed by the tsunami. So for 2 years or 3 years, there was no priest in Sokoji. So he knew that. So he was looking for the new priest to come to the Sokoji. So he found me.
Yeah. I'm grateful for it. Did were you, and you had just come out of Eihei-ji, or were you at a temple in Japan when he called
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I was helping my father's temple in Aomori Prefecture,
Mm,
and but actually in Japan, in most case, the first son takes over the father's place. So yeah, actually the in Japan the priest can get married.
mm,
You know that.
yeah.
And so the first son takes over the father's place. So I'm second son. So I didn't have to become the priest, but I I became a priest, and then I was helping my father's temple for 2 years, 3 years. So, but there was no temple to take over in Japan.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, hmm, yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I met Gengo Akibaroshi in Japan.
Mm, mm. Wow. And yeah, so well, I'm very happy that that meeting took place and that you were available. You were all trained and ready to go. You just needed a place, and then Sokoji uh,
Hmm.
came up. And
Yeah.
so you didn't necessarily need to become a Zen priest in Japan because your older
Hmm.
brother was already there, but
Hmm.
you still went to Eihei-ji, um, even though you didn't necessarily have to on a family basis. But what drew you to the monastic life of Zen in the first place?
So you ask you asking the why I became a priest.
Yeah.
Uh, so actually, I didn't start my Buddhist journey with high ideals. Uh, I was I was born in the temple, uh, but mm, just our home was a temple, and our home had a main hall. I did run around in the temple with my friends, and I did greet visitors, drink tea with them, sometimes sit zazen, and sometimes read sutras. It was all normal for me growing up. And yeah, when uh, I was high school student and college student, I was quite irrepossible, irresponsible,
Irresponsible. Yeah. Mm.
irresponsible, and I was not good boy.
Mm.
So knowing that I needed to change my ways,
Mm.
I decided to enter Eihei-ji.
Mm.
Uh, after graduating from university, not to become a monk, but to change myself.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
But initially, I didn't feel much. But after 1 year, 2 year of being treated as a monk, my heart began to follow.
Mm.
So I started to appreciate Zen and Buddhism. And
Yeah.
now I'm truly glad I became a priest. Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How amazing too that you knew you wanted to change and you went to Eihei-ji, and for the first couple of years it didn't you were still kind of warming up, and then you finally got to have that change experience that you wanted.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And I remember we've talked about this before, but what was Eihei-ji like? I know that it can be pretty difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to say the training was wonderful, but it was very tough for me.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Especially because I have been living carelessly until then.
mm, mm.
By the second or third day, I was crying
Oh, wow.
secretly in my futon,
Yeah.
in my bed. Yeah, at first, the important thing was to abandon the self,
Mm,
you know, like in the military.
mm, mm.
Being young, I was full of desires and selfishness. So I couldn't continue the training as I was. So at first, we could only answer yes or no, and couldn't smile and couldn't casually chat with others. Waking up at 3 or 3:30 a.m. and going to bed after 9 p.m. It was very, very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the feeling hopeless when I opened my eyes. It was already morning. Yeah, I thought about running away,
Yeah.
but gradually I got used to it.
Mm,
So there were almost 100 peers, like friends, and we became lifelong companions. I also gained the experience of not running away and cooperating something, which makes me feel braver now.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that for I think this is the case at Eihei-ji. You eat and sleep and zazen on the same platform,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's very a lot of rules on how,
Yeah.
how to act and where you can be. And
Everything is under the rules.
yeah, wow. And
Yeah.
I know for some of the hallways, there's a lot of manual labor, right? You have to clean
Hmm.
with your hands, and you put a towel down on the ground on the wood floor, and then you push with your feet.
Yeah.
You run in front.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was hard for me.
I mean, it looks like it was hard for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also it get used to. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
And then yeah. So the uh, for now, I remember the life in Eihei-ji.
mm,
Oh, I learned many things
mm,
during the training, like not just about Zen and Buddhism,
Mm.
uh, but also about human nature and my own nature.
Wow.
So I realized how small I was when I got angry. I angry at someone for taking an extra piece of chocolate during the treat time. Yeah. I also learned to appreciate the happiness of being able to sleep until I wake up
Mm.
or choose my favorite food from a menu or plan my own day. That's what all of the normal life were very happy.
Mm.
I feel that.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more freedom. So you
Yeah.
can, yeah.
So the people don't know about how happiness it is.
Oh yeah. They don't know
Mm.
how lucky they have it with
Yeah.
being able to choose what they get to do every day.
Yeah.
And how is the food? Did you do oryoki? Is that right?
Yes.
Mm.
So every monks have their own oryoki, and then they bring to the zendo to for the lunch time and breakfast, and then they eat together, and then uh, we uh, should not have our selves, so we we can watch the the higher priests, and then we follow their pace.
Mm.
So start together and finish together in silence.
Wow.
Mhm.
And when the priests, the senior priests are
Mhm.
done, then you're done. Then you have to
Yeah.
be, yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
So
Wow. Yeah. Always watching.
yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. And have you some of your friends that you were in training with, have some of them come to the United States? Have they come out here?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. The in uh, it it has passed 9 years since I moved to San Francisco.
Mm.
The in 2016, there was my initiation ceremony to Sokoji, and then I invited my friends from Japan to help the ceremonies.
Mm. Mm.
So three of them uh, attended the service, and after that, I invited one priest from Japan to hold the Shojin Ryori, the Zen cuisine cooking class in Sokoji. Yeah, the he he taught some 5 or 6 menu of the Zen vegetable cuisines, and then we ate together. Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice that you had a lot of support from your friends. They came and
Yes.
helped, and they were a part of your initiation
Mhm.
process.
Yeah.
What do you remember that day? I mean, that was nine years ago. Do you remember how you felt when that was happening?
When I moved to San Francisco,
When you were being initiated in Sokoji? Yeah.
to
Mm.
Sokoji.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the I felt oh, I have responsibility.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah, the so I want to support as much as possible I can
Mm.
for the future of the Sokoji.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, so I swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You committed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and how have you liked living, like moving to America from Japan? I mean, is there something that you feel like you are enjoying in America, something that you can't get in Japan? And is there something that you're missing from
Mm,
being in America when you're not in Japan?
yeah, I enjoy to look at the new culture and then differences of culture
Mm,
and, or traditions. But also I was nervous,
mm,
nervous because the uh, in the U.S. normal in Japan and normal in the US is very different. Different. So uh, since I moved to San Francisco, it was very tough for me to teach about what is this about the ceremonies or services or the about the Japanese traditions.
mm, mm,
But also it was very good experiences for me to study about it. So before that, I there I have not uh, thought about the Japanese traditional Japanese culture because every everybody in Japan, oh, it's culture or
mm,
it's tradition. So they don't they don't need the meanings of them. But in the US, people want to know why, what, and why. So yeah, it's very good for me.
mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, because then you get to remind yourself or you get to study
Yes.
what it
Oh,
is. Yeah.
oh, that I have to study.
Mm, mm, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I realized.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, it adds another dimension or it adds another kind of depth to your understanding of what you do as a Zen priest, where you have to be ready for someone to ask you a question about
Yes.
what it is that you're doing.
Hmm.
And then I know that when now that you are here at Sokoji, you sometimes will go to Los Angeles, you'll go to
Hmm.
Oakland,
Hmm.
you kind of travel a lot to go and
Yeah.
visit temple. Do you like to
Hmm.
travel in America? And
Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
good.
Yeah, I like Sokoji and the Sokoji's the activities,
Mm-hmm.
but also I like to help other temple and
Mm-mm.
then how and to know to learn how do they spend the time or how do they hold the ceremonies or events or the how many people involved to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very good time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
get to bring that back. You get to, oh, well, maybe I'll
Yeah.
try
Hmm.
this. And yeah.
Yes.
Is there a lot of difference like with the Los Angeles Zen temple?
Mm.
Is it very different than Sokoji or just like little things here and there?
So there are just only three, four Japanese style temples in the US.
Mm,
The Soto Zen temple,
mm.
two, two, three in around Los Angeles, and one is in San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah, we almost the Japanese style temples are doing really close things. Not so different,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but the Zen centers in the
Mm-hmm.
US, they are very, they have their own style of the centers.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there were so few Japanese style
Mm-hmm.
Soto Zen uh, temples in America, and that they're all West Coast. They're all, or a lot
Mm-hmm.
of them are here, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
LA, Los Angeles, or San Francisco. That's amazing. I didn't realize that, but yes, there are so many temples across America, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody approaches Zazen. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
how they do it and how big their group is can be very different.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. Actually, the Japanese temples are really unique, I think.
yeah,
Ja- Japanese temples. The the members of the Japanese temple, uh, they don't sit zazen
mm, mm,
much.
mm,
Yeah, just sometimes. They visit the temple to honor or to pray for their ancestors. That's the Japanese. That's the color of Japanese Buddhism.
mm. It's
So,
mhm.
mhm.
To celebrate ancestors and to do funerals and things like that, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
And then the 1 year memorial service, 3 year memorial service, or yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
the to pray for the deceased persons or loved ones and grandparents, and also there are some special season to visit the temple, like Obon in the middle of summer, and the Ohigan is in the on the equinox. They visit the temple or their own graves, their family's graves, to pray for their ancestors. It's
Mm,
the Japanese custom.
mm. And you also sometimes do visits to homes, right? Do you also
Yes.
sometimes go and visit homes?
Mm-hmm.
Um, is that something for also honoring ancestors and that? Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
So
is that
let's say in Japan, they have their own family altar in their homes. So, and in the Obon season, it said our ancestors return to this world, their spirits are coming back. So, uh, I visit the families, and I pray for, I hold the services, hold the services to welcome their ancestors, you know.
when they return?
Mm-hmm.
And this is in front of their home altar, you with their pictures and things like that? Is that how you
Yeah.
interact? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Wow.
then the Buddhist tablet
Mm-mm.
in the altar. Mhm.
And do you do
Uh,
that? Mhm.
Names of ancestors are written by on them.
They're kind of like a kind of a narrow tablet
Oh,
on a
yeah.
stand, right? Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And do you do that for the San Francisco area, or do you find yourself going to San Jose or Marin?
Yes, sometimes
Yeah.
I've been around Gilroy
Oh yeah, yeah.
sometimes,
Nice.
but
Yeah.
yeah, around the in Bay Area.
Wow. So you have to be ready to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is slightly a separate question, but I was curious because for service
Mm-hmm.
for regular Zazen service, the Heart Sutra is a part of that. We chant the Heart Sutra at a
Mm-hmm.
certain part of it. Uh, is that uniform for other Japanese temples in Japan, both in Japan and also in America, where the Heart Sutra is always said?
Yeah, it's the Heart Sutra is the we read it's the sutra we read the most at the most temple in Japan.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the Heart Sutra, the concept of emptiness taught in the Heart Sutra is a basic idea in Buddhism. So
Mm-mm.
the other schools, other sects, most of them read Heart Sutra too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the chanting sutra is to offer offer the merit, you know that. So during through the chanting sutras, we get the merit and to offer the ancestors or Buddhas. So Heart Sutra is uh, um, very basic idea. So it's better to chant the uh, in many cases, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It has it's the fundamentals. It has a lot of fundamentals
yeah,
of Zen.
Buddhism. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. And do you have a personal connection to the Heart Sutra? Because it's something that you say a lot. I mean, is it something that you that sticks with you in a certain way, or there are other sutras or other things that Dogen or Kazan have said that resonate with you, that really are meaningful to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the my understanding of the emptiness, the ku in Japanese is the one one of the hints to understand the zazen sitting. Like the myself, I don't have myself. Uh, all of this universe is connected, involved each other's, and I cannot live. I cannot be here by myself. Uh, while sitting, sometimes I feel like that. Like I melt in the universe,
Mm.
and then just I can become the just one piece of the universe. That's the one of the tips to feel feel, oh,
Mm.
feel the zazen's uh, good zazen.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Oh, wow. So
So
that. Mhm.
so yeah. So emptiness is I think the emptiness is the I it's very important thing to understand the empty emptiness meanings. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something that you could think about for a very long time and have it slowly kind of uh move you or kind of help you melt
Mm-hmm.
into that universe. So that's a very profound feeling, very very powerful meaning
Mm-hmm.
that it has for you. And then I was curious, do you have for anyone just starting out, for anyone that's beginning a Zen practice in a formal way, where they want to sit zazen, or they want to just begin? Do you have any advice for anyone that's just starting out into a Zen path?
Just mm, Zen practice is not special.
Mm,
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
the all of daily life is Zen practice. It's the Dogen Zenji said.
Mm.
So there's no need to set goals. Just focus on what is in front of you and don't neglect people, things, yourself, or your time. So it's important not to set enlightenment
Mm-mm, right.
as a goal. So yeah, whether sitting for zazen, cleaning, eating, walking, or spending time with someone, uh, appreciate each moment. So Dogen Zenji taught that treating each moment as precious is the essence of Buddha.
Mm. Mm.
So try not to overdo it.
Right.
Stay relaxed, but not too relaxed, and
Mm.
keep moderate and calm effort. That's
Mm.
my advice.
Okay, good. Yeah. Uh, and and you can start whenever, right? You don't have to sit down and do zazen to begin. You just begin by being present for the moment, right? Just
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, feel, just enjoy the each moment.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for Dogen, he talks about when you sit zazen, you are practicing awakening. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're manifesting. You are awake. You are enacting awakening.
Mm-hmm.
Does that also translate to the zazen of doing dishes, or does
Yeah.
that so that's all
Mm-hmm.
awakening. It can all be awakening.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's really
And
powerful.
then so practice and enlightenment is equal.
Mm,
That's the Dogen said.
wow. And so it is enlightenment is something that you do. It is like an
Mm-hmm.
action.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had one more question before we get off, and I was wondering if there was something that if there was like a cause or a book or something that you would want someone else to know about. Is there any foundation or even advice that you'd want to give to just generally people? Is there because I know that the Soto Zen of North America has been trying to get donations for repairing Sojiji, the earthquake,
Mm-hmm.
things like
Mm-hmm.
that. But if you wanted to talk about that, or if there's anything else that you would want to bring attention to.
Hmm. Please say again.
Oh, sure, yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah, sorry.
is there anything that you would want someone to know about that would be like a cause, like
Of
charity
course.
or yeah, or
Ah,
something that
mm-hmm.
yeah, is there something that you'd want people to know about so they
Oh,
can
mm-hmm.
donate to?
Yeah, in Japan, after there was an earthquake in the Kanazawa prefecture,
Mm,
and
mm,
then the Sojiji, oh, ね、former Sojiji, for
mm,
now, it's moved to Yokohama city in Kanagawa prefecture, but if, there is still the very good zendo in the Kanazawa, Ishikawa prefecture, but it was destroyed
mm,
because of earthquake. So the Soto Zen North America office ask the people in the US to donate for the old Sokoji.
Mm,
So you can see the charity on the Soto Zen North America office web website.
website. Mm.
Yeah, please
Okay.
check it. Mhm,
So donations will are received on that website for
mhm.
that cause. Well, thank you for letting me know about that, and thank you so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate you taking the time
Mhm.
to be a part of this and for sharing your experiences.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Reverend Kurtaki.